So this is a game, a ZvZ, where the opponent opens, I believe, with a pool first build, and I open with a hatch first build, and the opponent attacks me. But there are a few different pool first openings, so you can't always assume that they're going to attack you by going pool first. I'm going for my super standard and normal, 17 hatch, 18 gas, 17 pool. There's a class on that. You can search Neuro solid Zerg build class. Find that. But the opponent went 17 gas, 17 pool, and then they're going to go for a hatch. So in this scenario, by me going hatch first and taking my gas and pool much later, I have the economy advantage. We have 16 drones apiece, but this is a major production facility for me. It's going to produce larvae, and it's going to unlock a second location for me to mine resource. So we see 19 drones against 16. I go for a 19 Overlord in ZvZ, and then I go for 4 Lings. This is just to scout, be safe against the earliest cheese. I see here with my first Overlord, what's going on? There's a queen. I see a queen, I pull back. By seeing this queen, I know that it's pool first because I don't have queens yet. So it kind of makes sense that their pool time will be earlier than mine. So I'm just going to pull this Overlord back. I can't go and scout a Zerg with an Overlord when they have a queen. So I'm going to scout with these 4 Lings, build my Bane nest, and I pulled my queen down to the low ground. Why did I pull my queen from my main into the natural? There are a lot of pool first builds where they make 6 Lings or so, and they send their Lings from their base kind of up and away and around outside of your Overlord vision over here, and what do you know? Some Lings being staged. If the opponent goes pool first with no gas, oftentimes they'll just use 6 Zerglings to try and bite a few drones, get ahead, and then wall off into a 2-base roach play. In this case, the opponent is using a fast gas and a fast pool, but not super fast, for a really big Ling Bane attack. So I really need these 4 Lings to find out which one of those it is. So we'll take my vision for this process and kind of think through what we see. Every 2 Zerglings you see could have been a drone. 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 drones right here. This is 2 drones worth of larvae for me. That's scouting. I see a queen that's injecting the base. Alright. It's not super strange. But I do know that I'm very ahead, and their intention is to do me harm. Ling speed is done, and I see a Bane nest. So I know exactly what's going on here. I have fewer Lings in the game, the opponent is trying to attack me. So the key thing to do, queens hold position on the ramp, and evacuate this base. These drones are mining resource, that's great, but they're gonna die if I don't pull them into the main. These queens can protect this ramp for a good amount of time, so I'm just going to box my workers, pull them into the main before the Ling Bane comes in. And in the production tab, I'm making all Zerglings. I'm also making a 3rd queen in the main. These queens at the ramp, they can hold it for a while, but if they keep getting attacked, they will eventually die. So as the player with more drones and a second base, you can keep making queens. Queens are a really good defensive unit, pretty much in every stage of the game, but especially the early game. I made some Banes here on the ramp to try and buy some time. May not have been the best decision there. The opponent broke through. I inject with this new queen. So units tab, I have 26 drones against 13. So I have double the opponent's worker count. That means that I can lose quite a few, and I'll still be ahead. So that kind of hurts. They injured my workers. It's gotta hurt. And now bless these splits. Alright, didn't lose too much. Lost a couple more workers. All the drones are very injured, so I really want to try and control that ramp into my main. If I control the ramp into my main, the drones will heal over time, as Zerg units do. So I'm just trying to spend my gas into Banes, spend my minerals into Lings and Queens, and hold this ramp. Once I stabilize and I have enough Banes to prevent them from just running in repeatedly, then I can start to send Lings across the map to harass the opponent. So it's 20 drones against 13 still. I'm in a good spot. Good spot. And you see me sending my vision over there into the opponent's main? I just rallied 12 lings into their main. Because I can defend with this queen at the ramp and these banes at the ramp. I don't need lings to defend ling bane. I can use banes and queens to defend ling bane. If the queen is at the edge right here, I can shoot stuff when it's down at the bottom of this ramp and get lots of damage off. These lings are sort of pulling back the enemy forces, distracting them, making it more difficult. It's really powerful as the defending player to still attack the attacker, because the attacker wants to direct all of their attention to the attack. They don't want to have to go try and attack and then try and go home and check and see what's happening. Opponent's trying to control their ramp here. I just ran in. And this ling, actually, I'm not microing this, I just sent these units into the main. I'm focusing on my micro here, defending. But this Zergling, the little Zergling that could, gets 3 drone kills. And then it survives. That's beautiful. 10 drones for the opponent versus 20 for me. Now I can just simply overpower them with more production. Micro doesn't really matter nearly as much at this point if you're this far ahead. Good job, little Zergling. I didn't even realize that. Well done.